twisted that getting to work is financially crushing Liz and Scott Angstad. Their combined commute more than 500 miles each week through New Jersey, with Scott paying $6.19 a gallon for his diesel-powered pickup. Their monthly gas bill has nearly doubled in a year, now over $1,000.
We cut back in our groceries and what we eat. We cut back more than half of what we're going to travel this summer. We wouldn't think that we would be talking about money every single day.
While this couple's commute is longer than most, as more workers get called back to the office, millions are feeling this squeeze. With the national average gas price more than $4.60 a gallon, at some California stations, the price is higher than the federal minimum wage.
It's already bad. It could get worse, and it's definitely not going to get much better.
The average U.S. commute now costs an extra $35 a month compared to pre-COVID. Far more in cities like L.A., San Francisco, Chicago, and New York.
Democrats.
Jewel says he's paying an extra $50 a month to get to work in Greensboro, North Carolina.
When is it going to come to an end?
I can't work.
In Atlanta, Kirsten Ashley says gas is too pricey for her to take a job.
It's not worth it almost because I'm getting paid maybe $10, $12 an hour.
An international survey conducted last November found 64% of workers would consider looking for a new job if forced to return full-time. In Washington state, more than 100 contracted Google Maps workers signed a petition refusing to return to the office.
It's a huge additional expense.
Tyler Brown would have to drive 74 miles each way.
It doesn't make sense for me at the moment for $19 an hour, so I'm going to have to look for a different job.
Workers are looking at it from a standpoint of, can I afford to take that new opportunity, or can I afford to stay if required to go back to the office?
But some don't have easy options.
Joe Biden. Kamala Harris.
That is 8 years from his pension as a railroad engineer.
To throw that away, that's thrown away a lot.
So there's no plan to change direction, even as they pump the brakes on long-term plans.
That picture has kind of altered. We might not be retiring in 8 years.
A lot of people are cutting down on their summer travel because of these prices, but the impact on employees returning to work isn't totally clear yet. There was a survey in April that found only about 40% of workers said gas prices are actually impacting their decision to go to the office. But Brianna, as these prices continue to climb, experts are telling me it's only going to become a bigger factor for those workers.
Hearing her say that we might not be retiring in 8 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that
for
is...
a lot of families, as I mentioned before, especially lower income families, this is taking a big bite out of their wallet.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. This is your host, Musa Azakar. Assalamu alaikum. How you doing this morning? How you doing? Shalom to the brews out there. Shalom to the brews out there, man. Yeah, this is your boy, bringing you flame like I always do. So please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You be left in the loop every time your boy drop that content. R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels live all day, baby. All day. Shout out to the black YouTube out there. O'Shea Du Jackson. Kwame Brown. Ticket TV. Carcino. The League Attorney. Hey, the League Attorney had something smooth the other night, man. Too Raw for Sports. Too Raw for TV. Pink Book Lessons. Michi X. Melanie King. Like I said, there's so many YouTubers out there, man, that's just bringing that flame, and we just with it. We are just with telling the truth. Being upright about it, being righteousness. No matter how much persecution one may take, he must take the lessons that he go through. He must derive the best situations out of such. You know what I mean? And you just got to go through the grind, go through the persecution. People are not gonna like you. You know, if everybody got along with you and you agreeable, man, you're not no threat. Sometimes you gotta be. Some people say difficult. No, just being straightforward. You know, concise, straight to the point. But like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, I was thinking about doing a video. I'm considering doing so, as if I go to the gas pumps, and if I happen to see a lefter, and I'm gonna ask them, did you think you made the right decision on your vote equated to the price at the pump? And I just want to see what my answer would be, because you know it would be pretty catastrophic. Pretty catastrophic, man. You know, everybody was just so, we gotta get Trump out of here. They was ready to have this coronation for this black woman. But come on, man. Ain't nobody taking Joe Biden seriously. They know the decision making that he's making right now is just ridiculously. I mean, it's horrible. Trash juice. BF5. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is on that. So, this little decision to assist other people in their problems got our gas all fucked up, nigga. Prices on the gas is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I had this one woman, I went to Thornton, and I said, let me get $5 on such and such. Don't you know, she said, that ain't number 1 gallon. Bitch, I know it is 1 gallon. You gonna contribute to my damn funds. Then shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Keep your comments to your goddamn self. She was rather embarrassed. But you know, people like, keep your mouth and your tongue tame sometime, you know. It is what it is on that. But the prices are soaring. And this is every day. And one may ask, are they just really price gouging and just really contributing to their debt? You know, America got a long list of the debt, and they may think of manipulative ways to pay their debt, you know? Shit is not, it's not easy out there. It is not easy out there, and they are trying any type of method to create some type of income for their debt. But yeah, numerous factors are pushing prices up, with the regular gas line hitting a record of $4.87 a gallon, according to AAA's survey, up to 25 cents a gallon in just the last week. Man. You know, they got the hot girls trip, girls going on their trips. They dusty trips, that's what I call it, little dusty trips. All girl trips are dusty trips. They ain't nothing but some old dust balls. But guess what? When them dust balls gotta go, that's gonna hit their motherfucking pocket. It's gonna hit their pocket, I'm telling you. And you know they gotta go make their trips. So all the dust balls out there, make sure you fill on up. Don't be making sure one girl keeping all the money to herself. Well, she act like she can go for free. And bang, you know, bringing clothes with tags on, y'all switching up. Dustin! So y'all make sure y'all have enough money, enough funds to fulfill y'all trip. You know, I mean, it's your precatory. You can do what you please. You know, just make sure you have enough income to govern yourselves accordingly. You know. But I'm gonna leave a link in the description box, man. This is sad. Sad as hell. I mean, it ain't getting no better whatsoever. Whatsoever's not getting better. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the pump. And I'm gonna be like, hey, I see you for Kamala Harris. You an AKA sister. Kamala Harris bad. Hey, bad ain't. You know. Then I'll be like, well, based on your decision, do you think you made the right decision at the pump? I mean, at the voting booth. Do you think you made the right decision? Or was you just trying to follow the crowd? Which one of them is it? Which one of them is it? Which one of them is it? But check this out, though.
AAA says the national average is now $4.87 a gallon, up nearly 60 cents in the last month, almost $2 in the last year from those pandemic lows.
Woo!
CNN senior data reporter Harry Enton joins us now with analysis. So I wonder, do we, having in the past seen that gas prices have driven voting patterns?
To some degree, it's not a perfect connection, but
ain't gonna make no damn
we can take a
difference.
look at it, the yearly growth in gas prices compared to past midterms at this point in the cycle. And what do we see? We see first off that this year is off the charts, right? It's ridiculously high, the growth rate right now. I've done this a few times on air, and each time the now number goes up, up, and up, and up, and up. 59% growth from where we were last year at this point. That's by far the highest since 1994. And you can see 2006 was a bad year for the incumbent party. That's second on the list. 2018, a bad year for the incumbent party. That's third. 2010, another bad year for the incumbent party. The two lowest years where we actually saw dropping prices, 1998 and 2002, were actually good years for the incumbent party. So there is some correlation there, but it's not perfect. But here's the thing that I think is so important. It's part of a larger economic context, right? It's not just about gas prices, it's about inflation as well. And right now, how are economic conditions? 85% of Americans say that the current economy they rate as only fair or poor. That's the worst since 2012. And looking forward, the economic outlook getting worse, 77% say it's getting worse. That's the worst since 2009. So the high gas prices are part of a...
Damn, they said the current economic fair or poor. Damn. Tell me, brothers, man, you know, I'm sure you at the stage you love seeing ass twerking and cheeks and loud music and I guess the so-called skinny jeans. That shit is ridiculous. It's y'all shit. But it get to a point of where you get tired of entertainment and you want to get some type of knowledge or get some type of sense, peripheral vision on how the world works. A spiritual peripheral vision, an enlightenment peripheral vision, the most highest, at the pinnacle of your life, you want to live each day, you want to make an improvement on it. So, you know, put down those impish ways, you know, and ingest in some knowledge. That's all the advice I give you young men. But the gas prices out here, and if you don't know what's going on, young man, if you're not educated, man, you be lost. You be lost. Be the first to come up with some type of fuel that feeds your economy and keep that motherfucker running. You feel me? Y'all are scientists, brothers. Y'all are scientists.
A larger economic picture where Americans are really not happy at this point.
Yeah, and remarkable given where the job market is. The economy, always a big deal in elections. It's the economy stupid, as they've said. How does it rank on the priority list for voters this fall?
Yeah, and you could be stupid and still understand the economic state, you know, with jobs being up, but also gas prices being high and inflation being high. Look, the economy is the number one issue. That's the deal. If you add up inflation, gas prices, and the economy as a whole, it's 48%. It far outruns anything else. Gun violence is second on the list at 17%, abortion 12%, 6% immigration. But the economy is going to dictate voting patterns this fall unless something drastically changes. And that's really good news for Republicans. Why is it good news for Republicans? Because in our last CNN poll, we asked, views in the economy, who are you closer to? Among registered voters, 51% said Republicans, just 31% said Democrats. So Republicans really liking this at this point because they're blaming the incumbent party.
The pointing game. Well, they need to get their damn act together. I tell you that. Because that you can only stump for so long. You know, gas is making you a bow. It's making a company bow. People gonna be like, you know what? it ain't worth coming to work. I work at a little gas station right down the street. Sorry, it ain't worth doing it. Traffic and all that stress, and it ain't worth it. But this is your boy Musa. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You be left in that loop. Peace. And a ball of haggers, people.
Don't make the kind of mistakes that get you into such a stupid relationship to begin with. It's very hard to fix someone, and it's really hard to fix someone who does not want to be fixed. And there's lots of people like that. So if you're trying to do all those things, really, and you have a partner that will not do that, then leave. One of the things you don't want is too much mismatch between you and that person on the 5 fundamental dimension. A divorce is very complicated. like, it's not so bad if you get divorced to someone who's reasonable. But often the reason that you're getting divorced is that one or the other or both of you aren't that reasonable. And what that might mean is that you might be negotiating with someone whose basic goal is to make sure that you don't have another day of success in the next 20 years. And if that's their goal, they will attain it. So, and there's lots of ways people do that, and they usually do it by holding their children hostage. And people will definitely do that. They do it all the time, you know. So, you want to avoid that. And then, you know, then of course it's hard on the relationship you have with your children. And like those are probably the most important relationships you have in your life. You know, it's like, might be parents, might be siblings, might be your partner, might be your kids. But I think when it comes right down to it, your parents are old, and so are you, but your kids aren't. And they're just as close. Plus they need you. And so you start twisting and messing that about, boy, it's hard on your psyche. It's hard on the kids too. So, you know, don't make the kind of mistakes that get you into such a stupid relationship to begin with. And the way you do that is by trying not to delude yourself any more than is absolutely necessary.